Hello guys, I hope you're doing well. This is the Bitcoin weekly analysis and daily analysis for today, Monday, 30 of December of 2024. Well guys, last week we talked about this bearish candle that closed below the open of the both week before. So we said this past week we should be bearish. That happened basically. It was a pretty volatile week, but the Bitcoin didn't goes down that much, just 1.53% to the downside, and respect almost touched the midpoint of this huge candle. But the good thing is that Bitcoin wasn't able to close below the low of the week before, the week of the 16th of December. That is a very positive thing because that means that Bitcoin is not bearish enough to close below here. So maybe this week can swipe here and goes up very fast. And that is what I'm thinking to when that is gonna happen because here we have 2 points of liquidity, here we have another point of liquidity, and we have this enormous fair value gap and the midpoint of this huge candle. So basically, since Bitcoin doesn't has the enough strength to close below here, I think it's time to start it to go up. But for starting to go up, first Bitcoin needs to swipe liquidity. And that means that Bitcoin probably will should take these lows or maybe touch this zone and bounce very quick during this week. So we have around, let me check, around 4.7, 4.8% approximately to this fair value gap zone. So I think for Bitcoin to start to go up, I think need to swipe liquidity and close around here or better if it close upper. But at least to starting to go up, I need to think that Bitcoin, so I think Bitcoin need to swipe this liquidity at least. Better if it pick up this liquidity because if Bitcoin starting swipe this liquidity and starting to go up, that means that probably in the future we will should come down and pick up this liquidity and then continue going up. But if Bitcoin just goes down, touch this zone and then bounce, this zone is already touched and the Bitcoin price doesn't need to go down here. Just continue going up, stay sideways, maybe serve liquidity and go down, but didn't need to come here again. So because of that, it's super important that Bitcoin, if it's gonna be bullish, just touch this zone one time very fast, very fast, and go up to straight to the upside. So I think this is the main scenario. I don't think Bitcoin will go up without swiping at least this point of liquidity. And if it closes a weekly candle below here, that will be a pretty bad sign. So I'm expecting that Bitcoin swipe this point and go up very fast because the 2 week candle just the 2 week candle is not looking so bad, guys. Just closing lower, but didn't able to close below here. So basically, I'm expecting some volatility and started to go up again. The monthly candle will close in a few days, and the monthly candle is looking pretty bad now. So it's very important that Bitcoin close at least near the open, or better if it Bitcoin wants to or close over here. So this high is around $99,660. So because of that, we have 2 days, this Monday and this Tuesday to come back to close over here. That is a very important close to close over the high of November basically. So because of that, I think it's very likely that Bitcoin will touch this zone, or better if it touch this zone and come up to the with a lot of strength. Okay. Um, in the daily time frame, we talked about yesterday that since Bitcoin created this candle, I was expecting a small kind of continuation, but not much. I was expecting some kind of closing around this zone, and basically Bitcoin went down the whole day. This kind of price action is very choppy. This is very, it's not unpredictable, but it's hard to predict because it doesn't have a direction with a lot of strength. Basically, one candle to the upside, one candle to the downside. So it's kind of strange. But for now, what I'm thinking now that we have 3 points of very close liquidity. So basically just a swipe and a go up. The thing is that what's happened with these points? These points are so close too. So basically, if in the daily time frame we swipe this and come up, that means that in the future we will come down and pick up this zone. Same as the weekly time frame, but if we come down and pick up this whole pool of liquidity and we will go up, we will never come down again to this place. Not again, but not in the short term. Okay, so because of that, it's super important that Bitcoin, if it want to pick up liquidity, pick up the whole pool of liquidity and starting to go up pretty fast. But if we have a closure in the daily time frame below the upper part of this fair value gap, or in the day or in the weekly time frame, that could be a very bad news, because that means that Bitcoin will start to chop a lot during this zone. Here we have a fair value gap in the daily time frame. So it basically, if Bitcoin want to pick up this whole pool of liquidity, it can swipe up to the weekly fair value gap, or up to the daily fair value gap that we have here and starting to go up. But arriving to the daily fair value gap will mean much more a downside than we have now. That will around 9% to the downside. That is a lot. So I'm expecting to Bitcoin to arrive just to this place, but Bitcoin, when it wants to pick up liquidity, pick up all the liquidity. So it's very likely that we will arrive here at least in a week basis, just with a quick wick, quick wick to the downside, and then up very like a V-shaped recovery. Yes, that is pretty important. The same strength that Bitcoin has to the downside has to have to the upside to confirm that it was only pick up in the liquidity. Okay, guys, this is the analysis. I hope you like it. If you want, you can subscribe, give us a like, and share with your friends. Take care. See you tomorrow. Bye.